Well, Dave here, and we're going to talk more about the Oneida bow and how to adjust the brace height. Who am I? You don't know me. I could be anybody. I could tell you anything. But anyway, I've worked on bows nearly 30 years. I started out a little pup a long time ago. How old am I now? 62. I started out a long time ago, and yes, I know the older bows better than I do the new ones. Common sense goes a long way. So I'm going to go through the brace height with you on here, and I got to give you my credibility, but the only way I can is by my word, right? Yep, this is a picture of Claude Pollington and his wife. I knew Claude. I may have seen his wife, but I don't remember. Forgive me if I did or have. But I met Claude Pollington himself personally at his shop in Marion a few times. The one I knew best was Matt, his son. Matt Pollington worked with me in a pro shop for about 2 years. Where? Jay's Sporting Goods, Clare, Michigan. I worked there as a technician. Went to school, many schools for archery repair, and helped teach out and help teach. And I saw a lot of inquiry about the Oneida bow. People are still using them for bow fishing and such. Bow fishing is probably one of the most popular for the Oneida bow. It's quick and easy to use. People use them for hunting and or target. They're the really smooth bow to draw back. Yeah, they're a little noisy, but I'll get into that one time. But today it's just about brace height. Yep, good old target archery. Hey, you have to practice sometime, even to go out and shoot a nasty old carp out of the water. That's great fun. If you haven't gone carp shooting with a bow yet, dude, you don't know what you're missing. But anyway, let's get into the brace height adjustment. Okay, as I said in earlier video, I do not have an Oneida with me. I do not have one at all to take pictures. If you have any questions, please take close-ups of your bow, various different angles and stuff, so I can get an idea what we're going after. Anyway, brace height. That is a measurement from right here in the bottom of the grip to the string. From the bottom of that grip to that string. Okay? Now, each specific bow from Oneida, these are the older ones as you can see. Alright? These were called the old Screaming Eagles. Anyway. And over here is the brace height. Right? You can be within this range. So, like if you have, that one right there, what the heck? If you have this one, the H250, and that's your draw length, because it's draw length specific, and you go across here, and here's the string. Now, it must be a Dacron string for these bows. If you put a fast flight, you're going to bust the limb. Alright, so anyway, that's the length of the string. Here's your brace height. The brace height should be 8 1/4 to 8 3/4. In my book, how I look at it, keep it towards the high end. Because your string's going to stretch, right? It's going to stretch a little bit. So that way you give you leeway. If you put it down here and it stretches, now you're down to like, 7 3/4. And you don't want that. So try to achieve it to be 8 3/4. So again, from the throat, the low part of the grip, right in there, to that string, 8 3/4 on that one particular chart. Okay, 8 3/4. If you need more, what do you have to do? You have to put more twists in that string. If it's too high, you got to take twists out. It's that simple. There's a little trick that you can do. You can look underneath this limb here. If you can stick like, boy, everybody's fingers are different, but if you can stick like your ring finger underneath there, and wiggle it around up and down, you have too much brace height. If that limb right here is touching this limb, touching it, whoa, you better add some twists in that puppy, because it's smacking and it's making all kinds of noise. All right. So while I got this picture up just really fast here, this right here, that's called the outboard limb. Okay. The proper name of that is outboard limb. Oh, you can call it the recurve limb of it. I don't care. But the proper one is the outboard limb. Here is your string, cat whisker. That's your string. This is the hinge. Okay. This little plate on top, screws go through. They start here and they go through the limb. They go in there and you tighten that up. Same here. There's a screw, goes down here and holds on to this part here. Okay. This is your power cable. That's the one that takes a lot of stress, but that to shoot the bow. That's your power cable. This is called the power clevis. Crazy, huh? This is power limb. That goes down at the other end is where your limb bolt is, power limb. These are your yoke cables. The black ones here that go up, over. This is called the yoke saddle and come down. Up, across, and down. While I have this up here really quick here, I got 7 minutes on here so far. I'm going to go fast. Right here, look at the bow. The older bows, this was a black cable. The newer ones, it was a clear coating on it. Look at this, really close. If you have the one with the clear coating and it's starting to get discolored, like that smoky coffee look, okay, here, look at it really close and see if it looks like that. The other thing, it'll have like a screw effect, like threads underneath the coating. That means a cable broke right here at this stress point and it's shrinking back, okay? Imagine that. The other thing is, look under, right here, really close to your yoke, okay, the saddle. Look really close. Is this cracked? Is it broken? Replacement time on both sides, all right? The other thing is this power cable here, be careful. Run your finger from here all the way down to the cam. If you don't want to use your finger, good trick is get a Q-tip, right? Run a Q-tip up and down, 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 all the way down to the cam. If it catches and leaves fuzz, guess what? Time to replace this cable, all right? There's so much to look at. Let's go back to the brace height, all right? So, anyway, the distance from here to here, 8 3/4. This number we're using today. The higher the brace height, the quieter the bow. The higher the brace height gives room for string stretch. Okay. View up here. Make sure it's not touching. Can you squeeze your middle finger, baby finger underneath there? Can you? It's a good indication when you get in the field if you can check that, because you get used to where that distance is with your fingertip by sliding it underneath. All right. That's it. Boy, I don't know what else to tell you about that part, you know, about your brace height. But that is very important for quiet. Guys say, oh, my bow's so noisy. Yeah, I get it. And by the way, this is a screaming beagle, as we used to call it. Screaming eagle. SE 600. So anyway, have fun. Get out there in the field and have fun and make sure everything's cool. Make sure your brace height is cool and ready to rock and roll. Have fun with it, all right? Take home a memory. You do not necessarily have to take home a trophy, do you? Nah, memories are cool. They turn into stories. Stories are cool later.